In 2019, a photograph of a Japanese monk went viral on the internet. He was 74 years old. But people in the comments were convinced he was in his late 40s. His skin was smooth. His eyes were clear and bright. His posture was upright like a young man's. No surgery. No injections. No expensive skincare routine. When a reporter asked him his secret, he smiled and said one sentence that changed my entire understanding of aging. He said, "I stopped fighting with reality 30 years ago." That one sentence contains more anti-aging power than every cream, serum, and supplement on the market combined. Today I'm going to break down exactly what he meant and show you 5 ancient secrets from Stoic philosophy that don't just make you look younger, they literally slow down the biological clock ticking inside your cells. If you're watching this and you feel like stress is carving new lines into your face every single week, stay until the end. Because by the time this video is over you will understand aging completely differently. Let's begin. Before we get into the Stoic secrets, I want you to understand what's actually happening inside your body when you age faster than you should. There's a molecule in your body called cortisol. You've probably heard of it. It's called the stress hormone. When you're worried about money, cortisol floods your system. When you're replaying an argument from 3 years ago in your head at 2 a.m., cortisol. When you're scrolling social media comparing your life to someone else's highlight reel, cortisol. Here's what cortisol does to your appearance. It breaks down collagen, which is the protein that keeps your skin firm and elastic. It causes inflammation, which leads to puffiness, dark circles, and uneven skin tone. It disrupts your sleep, which prevents your body from repairing itself overnight. It weakens your immune system, which makes you look and feel exhausted. A study published in the Proceedings of the National Academy of Sciences found that chronic psychological stress can accelerate biological aging by up to 10 years at the cellular level. Read that again. 10 years. So when you see someone who looks dramatically younger than their age, what you're actually seeing is someone who has mastered their stress response. The ancient Stoics didn't have laboratories or microscopes. But they understood this truth intuitively over 2,000 years ago. Marcus Aurelius wrote in his private journal, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." He was essentially saying, stop producing cortisol over things you cannot change. Let me show you exactly how to do that. Secret number 1, master the dichotomy of control. The single most powerful concept in all of Stoic philosophy is something called the dichotomy of control. Epictetus taught it like this. Some things are within our power, while others are not. Within our power are opinion, motivation, desire, aversion, whatever is of our own doing. Not within our power are our body, our property, reputation, office, whatever is not of our own doing. Now let me translate this into modern life. You cannot control whether your boss appreciates you. You cannot control whether your ex comes back. You cannot control the economy, the weather, or other people's opinions of you. You cannot control the fact that your parents made mistakes. You cannot control what happened to you as a child. But here is what you can control. Your response. Your effort. Your attitude. Your habits. Your thoughts. Your next decision. The people who look 10 years younger have internalized this so deeply that when something goes wrong, their face doesn't clench. Their jaw doesn't tighten. Their shoulders don't rise to their ears. They breathe. They assess. They ask one simple question. Is this within my control? If yes, they act. If no, they release it. That release, that letting go, is what keeps their face smooth, their eyes bright, and their energy youthful. I want you to try something right now. Think about the thing that's been stressing you the most this week. Got it? Now ask yourself honestly, is any part of this within my control? If yes, write down the one action you can take today. Then take it and let the rest go. If no, then you are literally aging yourself for nothing. You are producing cortisol and destroying your collagen over something you cannot change. Seneca said it perfectly. We suffer more often in imagination than in reality. Every moment you spend worrying about something outside your control is a moment you are choosing to age faster. The youngest looking people on earth have simply stopped making that choice. Secret number 2, the daily practice of letting go. Knowing the dichotomy of control intellectually is one thing. Living it is another. That's why the Stoics had daily practices. They didn't just think about philosophy. They trained like athletes. Marcus Aurelius wrote in his meditations every single morning. Not for Instagram. Not for publication. For himself. To prepare his mind for the day. Here's a practice I want you to adopt starting tonight. I call it the evening release. Every night before bed, take out a journal or even just the Notes app on your phone and write down 3 things. Number 1. What bothered me today that was outside my control? Write it down. Then write next to it, I release this. Number 2. What did I waste emotional energy on today? Write it down. Then write, I forgive myself for this. Number 3. What is one thing I'm grateful for today? Write it down. Then close your eyes and feel it for 30 seconds. This practice takes less than 5 minutes. But it does something remarkable to your nervous system. It shifts you from sympathetic mode, which is fight or flight stress mode, into parasympathetic mode, which is rest and repair mode. This is when your body heals. This is when your skin regenerates. This is when growth hormone is released, which is literally your body's natural anti-aging serum. The monk I mentioned at the beginning of this video has done a version of this practice every single night for over 30 years. 30 years of releasing stress before it accumulates. 30 years of processing emotions instead of storing them in his face and body. That is why he looks 74 going on 45. It's not magic. It's discipline applied to the mind. Secret number 3, radical forgiveness, the invisible facelift. I need to tell you something that might be uncomfortable. If you are holding a grudge right now, it is showing on your face. Resentment creates a specific facial expression that over time becomes permanent. The clenched jaw. The tight lips. The hard eyes. The furrowed brow. Plastic surgeons have a term for this. They call it resting bitter face. And no amount of Botox can fix it because the tension comes from the inside. Seneca wrote, anger, if not restrained, is frequently more hurtful to us than the injury that provoked it. Let me tell you about a woman named Elena. She came to a Stoic philosophy workshop I attended 3 years ago. She was 52 but looked at least 65. Her face was tight. Her posture was closed. Her energy was heavy. During the workshop she shared that she hadn't spoken to her sister in 14 years over an inheritance dispute. She hadn't forgiven her ex-husband for leaving. And she blamed herself every day for not being a better mother when her kids were young. She was carrying 3 massive grudges. 2 against others. 1 against herself. The facilitator gave her one assignment. Write a letter to each person. Pour everything out. Every emotion, every accusation, every tear. Then read the letter out loud to yourself. Then burn it. She did this over the course of a week. When she came back to the next session, people literally didn't recognize her. Her face had softened. Her eyes were lighter. She was standing taller. She looked like she had dropped 10 years in 7 days. She hadn't changed her diet. She hadn't started exercising. She hadn't bought a single skincare product. She had simply put down the weight she'd been carrying on her face for 14 years. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "The best revenge is not to be like your enemy." Forgiveness isn't weakness. Forgiveness is the ultimate power move. It's saying, I refuse to let you age me anymore. If there's someone you need to forgive, your face is begging you to do it. Secret number 4, living in agreement with nature. The Stoics had a core principle. Live according to nature. In modern terms this means, stop fighting the natural rhythm of life. The people who look youngest do these things consistently. They sleep when it's dark. Not scrolling Instagram at midnight. Not binge-watching Netflix until 2 a.m. They honor their circadian rhythm because that's when their body produces melatonin, which is one of the most powerful antioxidants known to science. They eat real food. Not processed garbage loaded with seed oils and refined sugar that causes chronic inflammation. They eat what the earth provides. Vegetables, fruits, nuts, lean proteins. The diet of an ancient Roman or Greek philosopher. They move their body daily. Not necessarily in a gym. Walking. Stretching. Swimming. Moving the way humans were designed to move. They spend time in silence. No podcasts. No music. No stimulation. Just silence. Because silence lowers cortisol faster than almost anything else. And perhaps most importantly, they spend time in nature. Near water. Under trees. In sunlight. There's a Japanese practice called Shinrin-yoku or forest bathing. Research shows that spending just 20 minutes in nature reduces cortisol levels by 16%. It lowers blood pressure. It boosts natural killer cells which fight disease and aging. Seneca used to take long walks through the Roman countryside. Marcus Aurelius would retreat to his villa to think and write. Epictetus taught outdoors. These men understood that nature heals. The modern world has disconnected us from this truth. We live in boxes. We stare at screens. We breathe recycled air. We eat food that didn't exist 100 years ago. And then we wonder why we look exhausted and old. Return to nature. Even 20 minutes a day. Your face will thank you within weeks. Secret number 5, the Marcus Aurelius morning ritual. Every single morning before the sun rose over Rome, the most powerful man in the world sat in silence and prepared his mind. Marcus Aurelius didn't reach for a phone. He didn't check the Roman equivalent of email. He sat with himself and did 3 things. First, premeditatio malorum. This is the Stoic practice of negative visualization. He would imagine everything that could go wrong that day. People would be rude. Plans would fail. His body would ache. Why? Because by imagining it in advance it lost its power to shock him. When it actually happened he was already prepared. No cortisol spike. No stress response. Just calm acceptance. Second, gratitude. He would mentally list everything he was grateful for. His teachers. His family. The fact that he woke up at all. He wrote, "When you arise in the morning, think of what a privilege it is to be alive, to think, to enjoy, to love." Gratitude physically changes your brain chemistry. It increases serotonin and dopamine, which are the hormones that make you look and feel vibrant. Third, intention. He would set a clear intention for the day. Not a to-do list. An intention for who he wanted to be that day. patient, kind, disciplined, focused. This 3-part morning practice takes 10 minutes. But it creates a cascade of biological effects that protect you from aging all day long. Lower cortisol, higher serotonin, better decisions, calmer responses. The youngest looking people I've ever met all have some version of a morning practice. It's not a coincidence. I want to leave you with one question. And I want you to really sit with it. If I stopped fighting reality, who would I become? Not what would you look like. Who would you become? Because here's the real secret. The people who look 10 years younger aren't trying to look young. They've simply become the kind of person whose face reflects inner peace. They've mastered their mind. They've forgiven their past. They've aligned with nature. They've built daily rituals that protect their energy. And as a result, their outside matches their inside. You can start today. Pick one secret from this video. Just one. Practice it for 30 days. Then come back and tell me what changed. Drop a comment below with your age and how old people usually think you are. I read every single comment and I will respond. If this video opened your eyes, share it with someone who needs to hear it. Subscribe and turn on notifications because in the next video I'm going to show you the 4 people you must forgive before it's too late. That video might change your life. As Seneca wrote, "It is not that we have a short time to live, but that we waste a great deal of it." Stop wasting your life on stress. I'll see you in the next one.